we'll turn, the next presentation will be by Councilmember Thomas to the Greater Houston chapter of the Links Incorporated in honor of their 70th anniversary.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful. My screen is frozen, but we're going to go ahead and do what we know how to do. So I don't know if you can see me, but I'm wearing my green today in honor of the Links. Now, y'all know I stay with red and white. So, this must be an exception for me to put on some green. So I'm so happy to present to you, Mayor, and my colleagues and those watching by Facebook and HTV the Houston chapter of the Links Incorporated. And if you will allow me a personal privilege, this chapter has a membership of some wonderful women that I call mentor and, more importantly, friend. And if I can acknowledge a few by name, such as the late Edith Irby Jones, the late Barbara Jordan, Aljanita Scott Davis, Barbara Seymour, Jackie Alton, Lisa Fields, Emma Joanne Thomas Smith, Edwina Higgins, and more. This is the chapter of Sheila Jackson Lee and the chapter of Lorraine Winslow, a chapter member and president, who will be representing the chapter today. So the Links Incorporated is an international nonprofit that was established in 1946. But in Houston, it was organized in 1951 by Dr. Thelma Patton Law, who invited 13 of her other civic conscious friends, Thelma O'Bell, Vera A. Codwell, Adelaide Ford, Jimmy P. Gray, Goldie Harshthorne, Signora Howard, Garrett Lanier, Lynette Peacock.
Hopefully not. Is everybody else connected, or did it just freeze on Councilmember Thomas?
I can hear you, Mayor.
We're here. I can hear you too, Mayor.
Okay, well, let me just pick up where she left off. Because whereas for the past 70 years, the Houston chapter of the Links has worked to enhance, promote, and engage in educational, civic, and intercultural activities for the benefit of the communities it serves. It has made generous donations to organizations such as the Riverside General Hospital, YWCA, NAACP, the Urban League, the United Fund, March of Dimes Drive, the Eliza Johnson Center for the Aging, Texas Southern University, Sickle Cell Disease Research Foundation of Texas, the Montessori School, Neighborhood Education Center, the Julius C. Hester House Community Center in Fifth Ward, Blue Triangle Multicultural Association, the Doris Wesley Memorial Fund, and the William H. Bell Memorial Fund, and created the Dr. Edith Irby Jones School located in Vandendriel, Haiti. And whereas the Houston, Texas chapter of the Links Incorporated is committed to leading the way to ensure African-American youth are academically successful by having hosted annual workshops and receptions for graduating high school seniors, national achievement scholars, and provided mentoring to students pursuing degrees at institutes of higher learning. Through its fundraising efforts, it has awarded more than $750,000 in scholarships. And whereas on March 3rd, 2021, the Houston chapter of the Links Incorporated will celebrate its 70th anniversary. The City of Houston commends and appreciates the Houston, Texas chapter of the Links Incorporated for their vested interest in supporting and servicing the Houston metropolitan area and other communities, and extends best wishes on a memorable celebration. So therefore I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proudly proclaim March 3rd, 2021 as the Houston chapter of the Links Incorporated Day in the City of Houston.
And now, I made it back.
Okay, and I just read that final line. And
wonderful.
And so let me, Councilmember Tiffany Thomas, let me yield it back to you for you to introduce Ms. Lorraine Winslow.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Forgive the technical difficulties, but we're used to that. I would like to introduce to you Mayor and colleagues Lorraine Winslow, our chapter president.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Mr. Mayor and City Council members, for proclaiming March 3rd, 2021 as the Houston Chapter of Links Day in honor of our 70 years of impactful service in the Houston area. The Houston chapter of Links has had a long tradition and mission of engaging in educational, civic, and intercultural activities in our community, and we serve them providing meaningful and critical services and programs. As we celebrate today, it is our vision to continue that focus on service and programming for the next 70 years. So on behalf of the Houston, Texas chapter of Links, again, I say thank you for this honor, and I proudly display our proclamation.
Thank you so very, very much. And let me just tell you, I can't say enough for how much the Links do, and not just in the city of Houston, state of Texas, but all over. And I saw so many people who are affiliated are members of the Links. So congratulations to each and every one, and to the organization as a whole. Let me, Councilmember Tiffany Thomas, anything else before I go to some of the other council members?
No, I'll close out. If you allow me, I'll close out. My colleagues can go ahead.
Okay. We'll start off with Councilmember Plummer at large. Councilmember Plummer.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and thank you so much, Councilmember Thomas, for bringing this forward. The Links is an amazing organization, and I want to congratulate my Links sister, Lorraine, and all of the Houston chapter of Links. And I think that I can also congratulate you all from the Fort Bend chapter Links. So thank you so much, Councilmember Thomas, for bringing this forward. This is really amazing. The work that the Links Incorporated does in general really changes lives. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Councilmember Evans Shabazz.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't know if they know that normally you don't read the proclamation. So I think it's so very fitting that you did for this wonderful and illustrious group of women. They perform so much service to this community that it's only fitting that the actual mayor of the city would read the proclamation. And so certainly, and I have to lift up Jackie Alton, who was my first boss, actually, in the real world, and so many other names. Aljanita, I just can't even start some of the names. Ms. Harshorn, I knew her personally. And so thank you for bringing this forward, Councilmember Thomas. And God worked it out, whether you know it or not. He had the mayor reading it instead of you, but certainly you get the last word, and I'm so very honored to sit with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Pro Tem Tatum.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Thomas, this is truly fitting for Women's History Month that we are recognizing the Links for their 70 years of stellar civic engagement, service, and programming in the city of Houston. I could not sit in and not let Ms. Winslow know how important the work is that they are doing and how much we appreciate all of the service from the women of the Links. We cannot start to name them all because we all have wonderful friends and women who are members of the Links, and they deserve this honor today. Congratulations on 70 years of stellar service, civic engagement, and programming. You deserve this proclamation today, and we salute all of the work that you do for Houstonians.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor Pro Tem Tatum, and then let me just add another thank you to the connecting links. You know, I want to thank the Links and the connecting links, and then a special shout out to a very special link on my end, Anna James. You know, want to certainly acknowledge her today. I'm her connecting link. You know, so I have to acknowledge all the brothers out there connecting links. You know, so but again, what an outstanding group to be acknowledging. As you know, I just read a partial list of what the Links do, and I can't say enough for them stepping in and adopting several schools throughout the city of Houston, and certainly on the north side in Acrosoma as well. So thank you also very much. And Councilmember Tiffany Thomas, I'll give you the last word.
Wonderful. I believe
Mayor,
Councilmember Pollard.
Okay, 1 second, Councilmember Thomas. Councilmember Pollard.
Thank you, Mayor. And I too want to thank Councilmember Thomas for bringing this forth and congratulate the Links for your all the accomplishments and everything you bring to the city. My mother is a Lynx, so I want to make sure that I give her a shout out, Diane Jemison Pollard, and her chapter and all the chapters for all the hard work that you all do on a weekly basis. I see the things that she does with her chapter. And so for you all's commitment to education, community, and empowerment, I want to say congratulations and thank you again.
Thank you. Now, Councilmember Tiffany Thomas.
Thank you, Mayor, so much, and thank you, colleagues, for the sentiments. And just of note, last year, a couple of years ago, the Houston chapter took on a very hard topic around human trafficking. And Mayor, as you're aware, partnered with your Office on Human Trafficking, Metro. We had an awareness campaign, and we had billboards on buses, commercials in movie theaters. And we were really aggressive and intentional with communicating what was happening and what was not happening in the city of Houston. And so to extend to my council colleagues, if you are looking for community partners, consider the Houston chapter, but consider the Links Incorporated, period. We have close to 9 chapters in the Houston area, and everyone's committed to a service area within your district. So I just want to publicly thank my chapter, the leadership, our facet chairs, alumna member, and every connecting link and arrow link that serves and supports our fundraisers and our outreach events. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Ms. Lorraine Winslow, any final words from you?
So on behalf of the Houston chapter, we are humbled by this recognition. We love what we do. And this year, our motto is service is what we do, friendship is who we are. So thank you again for the recognition.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.